What's up, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Three and Impossible. Been a minute. We had to take some time. You know, the three of us had to get together in real life. We don't always do that. The Three and Impossible was all
I kind of
flesh
forgot about
together.
that. That was not that long ago.
That was like last week. I forgot about that. I forgot about it that fast, for real.
I feel like it was months ago. That's funny.
We old.
Getting up there. I'm the only one left. Not in the 30s yet. I'm about to be joining you all in here in a few months. So
Right around the corner.
right around the corner. How we feeling, fellas?
Living?
Yeah, I got a lot more energy than what I need at 8 o'clock at night, but I'm good.
Man. On a
All right. Got some energy.
Friday Eve, though.
Friday Eve indeed.
Right.
That's right.
We got it right.
I like that, Joe. Glass half full. Not this fucking Debbie Downer
Friday.
Debbie over here.
Friday, boy. I just want to go to sleep, bro. That's it.
Hey,
Go to
hey, bro.
sleep.
Leave your negativity on Thursday, all right? Me and Joe are on Friday Eve.
Daycare want to
here.
go to sleep. Daycare don't close.
Hey, bro. It's shut down now. You don't hear that now, so it's all good.
All right, let's jump into the big news. Let's jump into the big news. Controversial news. A lot of people have had takes. In my opinion, of course, Paul Pierce has had the worst take of them all, but that's neither here nor there. Nothing new there. Joseph, are we good? We just lost Joseph. Oh, no. This is tragic. All right. Well, I have faith that Joseph will get back. So, Devion, you and I will start this one off. But Ja Morant is taking... There he is. Knew he'd come back. Ja Morant is taking time away from the Grizzlies. This is coming after his IG Live video while he was at the club, flashed a gun. A lot of pushback, a lot of things going on with this one. There's been a lot of reactions. I think.
Bang bang.
Goddamn Joe. My kind of judgment of the reaction, I think it's been mostly like positive, like obviously critical, but like positive critical, like looking out for Ja's best interest here. But Devion, I'll let you go first. Just kind of give me your whole reaction to the entire thing. You know, the video, he's obviously got the other lawsuits that are hanging over his head that involve him showing a weapon, brandishing a weapon at minors and other people. There's the whole laser point. Like, we've got a lot of things that have been alleged we haven't touched on because they're just alleged, so we don't feel it. But a lot of this is all kind of come together. Probably not the greatest idea to then put a gun in your IG Live. But Devion, what's your reaction to the whole entire situation?
A kid, really just a kid making a dumb mistake. You just give a kid a lot of money, a lot of fame. I guess he probably feel like he's invincible. That I'm Ja Morant, I can do whatever I want to do. And then nobody, like I was talking to some of the homies about that. I was like, that's when your support system is supposed to like kick in. Like, if Will, you out here making all that money,
all right.
You know what I'm saying? And you start tripping, man, you gonna get into it. You not gonna like me, but I'm gonna be like, bro, you tripping. And then we gonna drag you out the club because we gonna say, bro, now you tripping. You the meal ticket, like
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You mess up, like all let's go back to being broke. Like, we can't do that, bro. So nah, you know what I'm saying? So you can't really. I guess that kind of hurts to say that, like, as a to say like your friends should be better friends and put that blame on them, you know, because in the end it is Ja's
right.
fault.
It's ultimately Ja's mistake.
Yeah, but it's
you're
just
right.
like
this is where you need some, like, you know, whether it's
his
like
daddy
older
to come in there
friends,
and help him up.
Exactly,
like,
bro, his dad seems so. Someone made a great point because his dad is like
his
so
dad is
willing
loving
to
it.
be visible, like, you know, be a part of his like NBA image. So then to not have his dad there, like stepping in to like prevent some of this other bullshit going, it's like, come on, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, and who knows? We don't know. We don't know if his dad is trying to say something.
He
have
probably behind closed doors. He probably on his head.
Yeah, we have no idea. But it's just,
come on,
you know what I'm saying?
Ja Morant paying everybody bills. He ain't listening to nothing. Nobody got to say.
Nah, and that's what I'm saying. That's the hard part. Like you go listen to
Yeah,
somebody, but
yeah.
I'm really the one taking care of you. Like you need to really calm down. Let me do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? But but you gotta have
Mhm.
some type of respect, like for your homies in a sense. Like right now, if I know y'all talking, I don't care
It's got to be like a
how we
day
feel.
one
Y'all
friend though.
got
It
substance.
can't
You know what
be
I'm
like
saying?
one of these new friends, right? Like I think
Nah.
It can't
that's
be
kind of what
Steven
Joe's talking
Adams.
about.
What the hell
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
gonna
Like it
do?
can't be like it can't. I think it's kind of what Joe's getting like all these new people around Ja. They're new people. They're there for his money. It needs to be somebody that he grew up with, that has been there and was
Mhm.
always Ja's guy before Ja was a multimillionaire, right? Like
Yep.
it's got to be someone like that.
Dude,
Joe,
what are you
what's
doing?
your kind of take on this whole situation here?
I mean, it's bad optics. I think we're being a little too hard on Ja. Like, technically, he hasn't done anything wrong. To be real, if we're gonna get real
Well,
down to it,
technically,
he had
technically,
alleged
you can't in
he hadn't
Tennessee. You
done
can't be
nothing wrong.
drinking and have a gun. That's
No.
technically
It wasn't
illegal.
intent. Well,
That's
in
out of
Denver,
every state in the United
but
States. Once you get liquor and
but
you wield that
yes,
firearm, you go to
but
jail.
they already dropped that suit. They already dropped
Yeah,
Yeah.
that. They can't
inconclusive.
even
So we're
prove it. It
good
was
there.
5 o'clock in
We're good
the
there.
Yep.
morning.
Yep,
Yeah,
we're
so
good.
I don't even really think he. Hey man, it's a black kid with a gun. It's bad optics though, because you got $230 million. You got a chance to make a like a 400, damn near $500 million contract again later, because the money just
Yep.
gonna keep getting bigger. Like yo, this is just like a don't be stupid. Like, that's what this is. I think should be more than
Yeah.
anything. But if people going down and being real hard on Ja, I think is the wrong way to go about it. Like you need to knock some sense into his head. Be like, bro, do you know how much you're risking right now? Like you
What
could be
happened
the
to all
face
this
of the
media training?
NBA.
Right? You remember
Exactly. What
what
media
happened to all
training?
that?
So, Joe, I
Exactly. He's
disagree. I
supposed to be the
disagree
face
with
of the NBA.
Yeah.
the thing that I disagree with Joe is I think it's okay for people to be critical as long as it's not like John Morant should never play basketball again. Get him out the
Yeah.
NBA, like that type of
No,
stuff.
no,
Which I
no.
haven't
That's
I
too
haven't seen
much.
any of that.
No.
But like
Nah.
the people, I think I should have clipped it so I could have put it up here. I think Des Bryant had one of the best, I think,
Well,
immediate
I mean,
reactions
Skip
to it.
Bayless did say, "Is he in the Crips?"
Well,
Like, come on, bro.
again,
that was funny.
let's
I ain't gonna lie.
That shit
That
just
was
like
leave
that.
funny.
just
Come
leave
on,
Skip
man.
out of here. Like
Shit like that. Like, come on, man.
It's like that played funny. It was funny though, I ain't gonna lie, but I'm like, Skip gonna say something wild. Yeah, he a comedian to me,
so
so
here's the point I'm trying to make. I think it's important that when you do something I mean, there's no two ways around it. This is stupid. Like, don't bring a gun into a club. Don't, you know, throwing up, whatever. He throws up gang
Hmm.
signs from time to time, like whatever. I don't know if Ja's like that or not. I don't really care if he is. Like, that's
yeah.
his life. That's his decision. But when you've got the allegations that are hanging over your head right now, that's not what you should be doing. No lawyer to be like, yeah, you know what? Go to the club, go on IG Live, and show a gun while you're pretty clearly under the influence, although it can't be proven, obviously. Um, like, just not a good. And I think the reaction by everybody, as long as like, hey, like, because I think a lot of it's been like, hey, Ja, what are you doing? Like,
Right.
basically don't fuck your bag up. He's not going to stop if there's no negative, like, if there's no pushback against his actions, right? So I think the pushback is
Facts.
part of the experience and how he's going to learn and grow. Because I think everybody thinks that John Morant is genuinely a good dude. Like, we've seen
Hmm.
too much evidence that Ja is legitimately a good dude. So I think,
Shit, whether he a good dude or not, like, bro, you got millions of
Don't
dollars and
fumble
a
the
lot of
bag on some stupid
responsibility. You know what
stuff.
I'm saying? Like, you
well, and
literally
also don't
one
be
in
a
a
pretend,
million.
like, don't, it's like, again, I don't know if he's really like that or not, but like, you definitely don't want to be pretending in Memphis.
What? I
That's
don't be
not the
Oh
no.
that's not
man,
the
You know what I'm
place to
saying?
start playing
But I'm
around.
just saying, like, bro, I don't give
not
a
at
fuck
all.
if you like that or not, bro.
No, yeah,
Like
it's like
I grew
stupid
up. You
either
know what I'm
way.
saying? I grew up.
Move in
I had
silence.
some wild shit. I've seen some wild shit in my life. When we went to college and went to SLU, hey, bro, I'm a regular kid now. Hey, all that's gone. You know what I'm saying? Because when you you got a fresh restart and you got millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? And then, like you said, Will, it's all like if this happened, this was the first incident. They would have wiped that. They would have got that off social media. But you got 2, 3 things, and then this happens. Like, bro, I can't help you no more. Just
Bad timing.
hopefully that evidence not there. I think ultimately, I think he'll be fine. But he do need You know what I'm saying? He do need
I
to
think
be
it's good that he's
suspended for a
stepping
couple
away.
games.
I think it's good that he's
yeah.
stepping away from the team, get the mind right,
Man,
come back.
Yep.
You know what this kind of screams to me, Joe? Like I feel like this screams like a
Media
guy that
training.
it's not even media training. I feel
He
like
needs it.
Ja Morant
Yeah.
might be. I think we might be like seeing Ja Morant dealing with like his own insecurities, like not necessarily like feeling like he belongs or knows where he belongs or is accepted in life, and like starting to like portray something that he is like seen. Like
He
whether it's
probably
online or
feel
whatever.
bad. He feel bad. He moving up and he leaving people behind. But sometimes that's what you got to do.
Well,
You can't bring everybody with
about
you.
that. You hear me? Like, bro, I'm dropping you
I'm saying
motherfuckers off
everybody
where I
don't think
see
like that
y'all.
though.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody
Like,
don't think like that though. All the they
what?
got to. It has to click first. It has to click
He
first.
obviously
Like,
ain't
bro,
been
man.
like I'm just being real. He obviously ain't been through enough shit or seen enough tragedy in his life.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I'm just being
Probably
real
not.
because the people I know and stuff we went through, I see somebody try to do some stuff like that and they start messing up the bag. You gotta go. We've been friends long enough. We done had situations like that happen, and what we do as a whole, we be like, hey, bro, they can't
Gotta
come
cut
over
him
here no
off.
more. You know what I'm saying? They
Right.
tripping, they causing problems for us. We can't get them to come over no more. Who invited them? He did. All right, bro, tell your homie he can't come over no more. You know what I'm saying? We
Has to be
was
like that
broke
sometimes.
thinking like that.
Right.
You give me
Yep.
you give me a
lying.
bag.
So been
Come
there,
on now. Well, I can imagine the text I get from one of y'all. I
bro.
was like, well, you for real, bro? All right, so you just freeway Hicks now, huh? You just try to go to the feds, right? All right, cool. I see you in 5 years when you get out, bro. Oh, dumb shit is that? You know, but he a kid. He at the end of the day, like that's why I
Yeah,
say
he's young. He just got to learn.
you
Super young.
criticize him, but you don't crucify him. That's all.
Everybody at that age is
Keep it pushing.
generally
That's it.
figuring out who they are as a person, right? And like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ja's doing it, making millions and millions of dollars with the
And taking
spotlight
care
on
of hella
face.
people.
You know what I'm saying? With a camera in
Yeah.
his face, like you can't, because that's why I said like what he
Don't
did
put
wasn't
the
that
camera
bad.
in your face when it doesn't have to be there.
Yeah,
That's like the
what he
lesson from
did
this.
in
Yeah,
reality
that
was
part.
not that bad at all. It really
No,
wasn't. He
At
just
like
all.
stupid.
no one got hurt. Like
No, it's just stupid.
nothing bad happened.
And somebody probably hyped him.
Just
God,
stupid.
pull your gun out. I want to see your gun. Put it on camera. And he's like, yeah, and put it on camera and woke up like, you know what I'm saying? I've been there before. But hey, it is what it is. Shout out to Ja.
Yeah. Get it together, Ja. Come back, refresh, playoff run. We still like to see you hoop.
And give him 50 when you come back through and talk that shit. Give him 50 and talk that shit.
That'd be great. Oh,
Fuck
bro,
out
that'd
here.
be so dope.
You know
All
what
right,
I'm
Hey man, Brandon Miller did it. Brandon Miller dropped 41 after they was talking shit on him.
Now
so
that's a whole other situation.
that shit was
That
cold
is
blooded,
a
bro. That shit was
wild
cold blooded,
situation.
dog.
You hear
If I'm an
me?
NBA
That
scout,
is
bro,
a
if I'm an
wild
NBA scout,
situation.
I want him, bro. That's cold.
You hear me,
Everybody
bro?
talking bad on your name. You dropped 41,
Yeah.
then 27. That's
To me, that one's a little wild. That Alabama is so like. I think he should be
hey.
playing.
The
'cause I don't
police
think
said
there's
he
been
didn't do
enough.
nothing.
There hasn't been enough like concretely, but like the way Alabama is like treating it as like it's this clear as day thing that he did
It's
nothing
over,
wrong. I'm like,
right?
all
He
right,
didn't do nothing.
like he did
He
deliver
didn't do
the
nothing.
fucking gun. Like we
Hey,
know
dude,
that.
ask for
Hey,
his
bro.
gun back.
Hey,
The dude asked
I-
for his gun back. You gotta get a dude gun back. It's 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't know what you finna do with this gun, but here you go.
Yeah, it's his gun. Hey, but
It's
at the end of the day,
dumb.
look,
It's stupid. It's dumb.
you got to
It's a dumb
protect your
decision.
investment,
It's
though,
a
bro.
young dumb. It's a young dumb decision.
He
Exactly.
innocent to proven guilty, and if I'm Alabama, I'm blind too. So
He ain't
I
do
just need
nothing.
him to go out there and keep scoring.
I don't know. I would have a hard time. I'd have a hard time
He ain't do nothing.
squaring all that. But again, yeah, he didn't pull the trigger. It doesn't seem like he necessarily knew. Like I don't know, man. Because it's just like how naive do you really have to be, though?
But
like,
you don't think
I
shit
need
like
my
that will ever
joint at
happen
like
to you, though.
1:30 in the morning.
But
And like I mean, this young lady lost her life. Like this is not like a joke.
Yeah.
Like some
You
young
right, but
20-something-year-old
man,
mother lost her life.
But ain't nobody gonna think you gonna go and whack nobody like that. You know what I'm saying? Most people ain't gonna think somebody gonna kill somebody unless you know they'll kill it.
The part to
You know
me
what I'm
that is like is the hardest time for me is like the text message of like when he was like asked to bring the gun and like when when alleged shots were fired is like not even 2 minutes apart. So like I don't even know if he actually saw it. Like that's the part that's a little gray
oh
for me.
damn,
Like
yeah, that's
like
pretty
the text
crazy.
was sent at like 1:23 and I think it said shots fired at 1:25 or something. But nonetheless, let's move on. LeBron hurt his foot. stayed in that game. They won the game, played really well, and the Lakers have actually been doing okay. AD's been playing his ass off while LeBron's been hurt.
He
I think
has
they said
been.
LeBron is going to be reevaluated in a week to see if he can
Yeah.
come back or how close he'll be to coming back. So, Joe, you're the resident LeBron fan here. Give me your thoughts on the situation.
Hey man, if LeBron could come back, I'm not worried because they look pretty good right now. I ain't gonna lie, but I don't want to jinx it because Anthony Davis gonna get hurt if he keep playing like this. Come on, man, 23 rebounds is way too much. He gonna get hurt. Like I'm real concerned about that. But if they
Please
can
don't,
continue
Joe.
this, if Anthony Davis doesn't get hurt, then I'm feeling good going to the playoffs. I like the way Austin Reeves looking good. Like that ain't just no fan favorite dude. That boy got some skills. So I like the
The
way
new
Lakers look.
Caruso.
They the best fast break team. So if they can play some defense and just create fast breaks, they can win against anybody. But I am concerned if they go against a team with some defense and they got to turn into a half court team. If they turn to a half court offense, it's a wrap for them. So they need LeBron. They gonna need LeBron in the playoffs, but if they can keep playing the way they're playing right now, they definitely making the playoffs
Up to
without
the nine
LeBron.
seed. Up to the 9 seed. Y'all called me crazy when I said I like the way the moves rearranged
They
and how
look
they get
good.
the
It look good.
Well, I like
He
D-Lo,
was
so
right.
I got high hopes for him.
Oh, and D'Lo coming back tomorrow.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's him. It's just we
Mhm.
just needed a point
Nah,
guard.
the unsung hero of the whole trade has been Malik Beasley by far.
Man,
By
shut up.
far,
By far.
You
shooting
ain't
threes
lying. You
and
ain't lying,
defense.
bro. That boy, hey, I don't know what they put in his water when they traded
And
him,
Vanderbilt been looking decent.
bro.
Vanderbilt's
Who
been
are
good.
these players? I'm just being like,
I've
where they
wanted
come from,
Vanderbilt for
bro?
like I've wanted Vanderbilt for like 2 fucking years. I was
But
so
I'm just
pissed
saying
off
where they
about it.
come from because out of nowhere, these boys playing like
Bro, Vanderbilt
motherfucking.
been hooping. Vanderbilt was
But
on Minnesota last year when they're making a
yeah,
run. He's all part of that grit grind. Oh,
it's easy
he's
to get
always stuck
overlooked
out.
or not pay
He's
attention
always
to in
stuck out to me because
Minnesota.
he's like
Yeah,
a six
Exactly.
nine kind of guy, but he gets a ton of offensive
So he fight
rebounds.
for
boy,
everything.
man, that
Position
boy
like
a
defensive
dog.
versatility, can guard a lot of position. Like I love everything about him.
They look good.
I wanted him on the Heat real bad, but y'all fucking sniped him.
Glad y'all didn't. Glad you didn't get him because that's what y'all need. Duh.
Yes,
But
sir.
yeah, but
The
LeBron's
Heat.
foot,
The Heat is over though, so we don't even need to talk about them. But LeBron
man,
foot, yeah, back to that. LeBron
his
foot.
foot. I would let him go. I should let him go. But his foot. This the shit that you hope don't happen. LeBron James, 75 years old, bro. Like, yeah, I'm scared any injury he have. You feel me? So, and then we not only
Good point.
did he have a foot injury, Anthony Davis playing like the motherfucking Anthony Goat out here. Like when I say this boy, now I'm like, bro, this is what we recruit you for. This is how you used to play.
Mm-hmm.
You, this is what like Anthony Davis play like this, bro. And it seemed like everything clicking. Bro, they better not let us get in the play-in game because we about to upset a whole lot of people. And that, like,
Dude,
and
y'all only about 2 out of like 5 or 6.
but that's what
Yeah,
I'm
it's not
saying.
that.
I personally, I'd rather be like probably like 8 or 7 seed. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in that 5-6 range. I don't like our matchups with some of the people in the in between. I just need us to barely slide in there and probably play like hopefully get to like number
The
7.
Nuggets.
Yeah, I don't want to play the Nuggets first round.
I'm about
I
to say,
need some.
Good. What
I
do you
just
think the
need a.
8 seed gets you?
No. I'm saying I'd rather not play them, but if I play them, I'm confident. I just rather play them once we get some momentum
I mean,
going.
like, bro,
You know what I'm saying?
the seedings in the West is going to be
Word, but
crazy because right now, if you look at the West,
that
right,
shit, boy,
you
that's
got
tough.
you got Golden
Tough.
State sitting at the 5 seed right now.
I think
yeah, and
they
I
they
playing
think
the
starting to look good again a
Mavericks,
little bit.
right?
They starting
They'll
to
I
play
see
the
them.
Mavericks,
believe
won't they? Clippers.
Yeah, Luca's hurt though,
Yep.
so who knows?
Warriors are losing by 13 to Memphis right now. You got
They cheap trying to make it come back.
Clippers at 6, Timberwolves at 7, Mavericks at 8, Lakers at 9, and then the
Pelicans at
Pelicans
10.
at
Wow,
10. The Pelicans is a
Pelicans are
crazy
washed.
one because if Zion comes back,
It's a wrap.
that's another team real low down that people are not going to want to have to fucking play.
Another
I
two
don't.
weeks. Another 2 weeks.
Uh,
Yep.
and we gotta talk about. I'll talk about Ingram later on.
He
But
hurt too.
that is one dude I always hope in the future. Please come back to the Lakers, bro. Please come back. Please. Cause But I don't know. Will. I think I'd rather play Sacramento first than play the Nuggets.
For sure.
I take the inexperienced. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? The
yeah, but the
inexperienced
Nuggets
Kings.
are the 1 seed. You're looking at the Kings are the 2, the Grizzlies are the 3, Phoenix at 4. So if KD is going to
I think
miss a
that's
chunk of that first round, I mean,
Man,
all that is so because who knows where Phoenix is going to drop if they drop. Golden State, what are they going to do? Because right now, y'all are 2 games behind Golden State and the Clippers. If
I
y'all
I
if
think 1 through
y'all
4 is
win,
solid. I think 5 through 10 is where it's gonna be flip flopping, like you said. I think those are the ones that's gonna start like switch now. But 1 through 4 is kind of like they might switch with each
bro,
other.
I don't know. I don't
But
know. Grizzlies, we don't know how long Ja's going to be gone. They're at 3. Suns, KD might not play another regular season game. Golden State can't beat anybody on the road. The
nah,
Clippers look like a mess. Like I don't know, man. You're not going to get up to 3 or even probably really 4 maybe.
oh,
But I mean, you could get to 5. You could potentially get to 5.
that
My thing with the Lakers is how did they manage LeBron coming back from that injury? That's kind of what I'm
you can't.
what I'm concerned with because like they got to toe this line of like getting him back, hopefully early enough to where he's got like a ramp up to the playoffs because like you don't want him just coming back fresh into the playoffs, right? Like that's not going to be ideal.
Man.
But you don't also want to rush him back to where the foot's not completely healed yet. So I don't know how you play that. Like
We
that's
got
a
what is it like 16 games left? Like 15, 16 games or something like that left? Not it
the
can't be that many left.
the Lakers have
Because it's
16
March.
left.
Yeah. So man, Will, how do you ease him in when we right there though? You feel me? Like how do you do that? Like they gonna just throw him back in or just not play him.
That's what I'm saying. Like you got to. I feel like you got to give
Right.
him like 5 or 6 games to get all the way back. You know what I'm saying? To ramp up. So that I think the Lakers are in a good spot. I think the Lakers are poised to make some noise in the playoffs. Like the West is a clusterfuck right now.
Wide open now. Still
Like
wide open.
It is.
it's hey y'all picked the right year to fuck around and wait way too long to get shit right because the West is a mess. But let's talk about we kind of talked about it a little bit. KD hurt his ankle in warm-ups last night. Going to the line, slipped and
That shit look like that hurt.
that ankle was like 90 degrees to a play.
Shit look like an elbow.
Man, ouch.
So,
funny,
Joe,
Ouch,
what
ouch.
I want to know from you is what does this do to the Suns? I want you can take this as far as you want to take it. What does it do to their regular season hopes, their seeding hopes, or even playoff implications? Worst
I
case
mean,
scenario for
oof.
KD is that he misses some time in the first round.
That's the worst case scenario.
That's what it sounds like.
If they're gonna need KD because that first round matchup might be tough without KD. They need KD to play at least 3 games in the first round, or I think they're gonna lose. They could easily lose in the first round because they don't have the depth. Like Devin Booker can go off, but who's number 2? Like who really out there gonna do something for you for real in a 7-game series? So I think they need Kevin Durant for that. So without KD, it's a wrap. But I'm not worried. If KD can come back, I'm not worried about him coming in and having struggles or anything because he's proven when he comes back from injuries, he's gonna be good. He's gonna be himself. He's gonna give you 30. The first night he come back, he kind of just like that when he comes back. He don't really have to get right to a groove
Bro,
of things.
basketball is so
So
easy to him.
yeah,
Basketball is just so fucking easy
yeah,
to Kevin Durant.
so I have no problems with that. So my only thing is how long he's gonna be out. They may slide. They gonna lose some games now without him for sure. It's gonna hurt their seeding, but they still gonna make the playoffs. It's just that first round. They're gonna lose the first round if KD don't play at least 3 games.
What was your impression of them the few games we got to see with KD?
Man, look pretty good. Like KD,
Whoa,
man,
whoa.
like the mid-range killers. Like that's gonna be crazy. Like because in the playoffs, if they all healthy, the 3-point shots gonna go down. You're not gonna be shooting as many threes. they're gonna be so efficient in the playoff, and it's gonna be hard to beat them if they healthy and they all together. And Chris Paul don't even have to score. His job easy now. Just pass the ball, make right decisions, put people in the right spot defensively, play team defense. They don't need him to play lockdown defense because he can't do that anyway. Just play team defense and pass the ball. They're gonna have mid-range killers. I think they straight, but they gotta be healthy.
Devion, same kind of tandem of questions there. What was your impression of the Suns pre-injury, and then what do you think the ramifications of the injury are?
I ain't worried about him. Not gonna lie to you. If I'm the coach, I'm the owner, I'm anybody, I'm gonna literally go in and say, "Look, man, y'all ain't really missed nothing. Y'all obviously you want him to play, but you obviously the team is used to not playing with him. Y'all can win without him. Can you win it all without him? No. I'm not really too worried about them. Will they lose a couple games? Yeah, but they still go win. They got it seems like they got 2 batteries in their back right now. So I just want them to maintain the 4 or 5 seed. After that, you fine. Don't drop below 5. You good. I don't care if KD. Honestly, depends on who they play first round. I don't really care if he comes back the first series or not. I think they would definitely need him in the second round because the longer the playoffs go, the more you can see the Suns' weaknesses throughout the playoffs, and it's easy to exploit them. It's so much easier to exploit them. But then you got D-Book, he go score, and then now Chris Paul's not giving you 40. You know what I'm saying? He might get you 1 game out the series at 40, but now you go in the second round, KD come in here, now you just destroy everybody's ego. So, because he came almost 40. The against the Mavs
37.
Yeah, and look at what D-Book did. Partners in crime. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, Kyrie, you got Luka. Well, guess what? I got KD. So
also,
together,
just random
beat 'em.
LOL at the Mavericks. And everyone that told me that was gonna fucking work.
It's not. It's not gonna work. But Suns healthy, KD comes back and playing. They should be the for sure front runners.
For sure.
I don't see. I see maybe in the West they might have 1 hard matchup, and then the finals will be the hardest matchup that they have. Which
the Bucks.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you this,
know what I'm saying?
Devion. Let me ask you this. Is the only reason you're saying the Kings are not a hard matchup is because they are the Kings? Like those collection of players play for the Kings?
Lack of experience, and that's it. Because I really think they are a dangerous team. They just don't have experience. Harrison Barnes is the most experienced player. He's got a ring, but besides that, they don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like if they made it if they played like this year, but last year they made it, in the playoffs, kind of like how like the Memphis was going about what they.
Yeah, they can make a little run.
Yeah, they'll make a run, but nah, you
got to play that off, Joe.
Yeah,
he's talking about what's going on.
Yeah, King's cold though, bro. King's gonna upset some people.
I would say the Suns. I don't think they are a clear favorite. If they would have stayed healthy, I think they are certainly one of
in
2
the
or
West?
3 teams. Yeah, one. Yeah, I think they're one of 2 or 3 teams in the West. With the injury, it makes me real nervous because I just like if Katie didn't play in the regular season, bro, they played 3 games together.
Yeah.
I think you need a little more chemistry than that come playoff time. Joe, I think your depth questions are very valid. That's what worries me about the regular season. Like I could see them falling to 5, even 6, if Golden State or the Clippers can get hot. So, which both of those seem a little iffy to me, but yeah, I don't know. This worries me about what their ceiling is for this season. Obviously, next season they'll get to kind of retool the depth and everything, and next season is probably going to be a fucking problem. But right now, I think this fairly significantly hurts their chances this year. But let's move on. The Hawks made a coaching change midseason. You don't see this happen very often. They fired Nate McMillan and then hired an external coach to come in and be their full-time head coach, Quinn Snyder, who had a ton of success in Utah. But you don't usually see that midseason. Like midseason, you usually see just like elevate somebody on the staff and we'll figure it out in the offseason. But they went and got Quinn Snyder. I've got a bit of a take on this, but Joe, I'll let you start this one off.
Hey man, I think the Atlanta Hawks were tired of Trae Young shit, and they thought they was like, we're gonna have to get a coach in here that has some experience and some type of, I don't know, legacy to their name to where he's gonna respect it. But I don't think it's gonna work because Quinn Snyder, like, okay, cool, you won some games with Utah, but what have you really done? So I think this is just another move. I don't like the move. I mean, it may make them a little bit better offensively because we've seen how it worked in Utah, and they may win some games. But I just really don't think that is a move that's going to change much. Like, if you don't listen to Nate McMillan, I don't think you're going to listen to Quinn Snyder either. So
Exactly.
I think they was looking for somebody out there that Trae Young would listen to, but ain't nobody really out there. So this was their best move they could make.
Devion?
I don't understand it. Like, I really don't understand it because it's at the end of the day, it's like if you're gonna have a coaching like change in the middle of the season, at least make it to one where you think you'll be contenders. Like you could have waited till after the season, went over to fire him, and did this. Like Quinn Snyder, all right, cool. You had, I think, what the best I think what was like the best season he had. He was like the top of the West one time with like Utah, and then where they end him.
He got Utah pretty much in the top 3 pretty consistently the last few years.
And where'd that end him? How'd that work out for him? You know what I'm saying? Regular, like if we gonna give people credit for being regular season killers, cool. He got it. Quinn Snyder got it.
Well, but
playoffs.
The thing with that though is like let's be real about the real prospect of Utah ever being something in today's day and age in the NBA.
Exactly.
To be fair,
no, but
this man made Rudy Gobert a Hall of Famer.
Yes, and that's what I was like. To his credit, I'm glad you said that. I was like, he made people talk about Rudy, which
I hate him. I kind of hate him forever for it.
But look at Rudy in Minnesota now. He fucking up the whole chemistry.
Dog shit.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking up all the chemistry.
Like each one of us said before the season, dumbest fucking trade. Like,
Makes
what the
no
fuck
sense.
are y'all thinking? Okay, so here's my take on this. I think Nate McMillan was, God, choose my words, screwed. I think he was royally fucked from the beginning.
100%.
Because what this tells me, there's no way in hell they fired Nate McMillan and then hired Quinn Snyder outside the organization that quickly without already been thinking about that. Like this move was made way
last
before
season.
they
probably was at the end of last season.
They wanted this for a while. So I think Nate McMillan was kind of set up to fail in this scenario. Now, I think Nate McMillan is a good coach. I don't think he's a great coach. I think he struggles. I think we saw last year in the playoffs in their first round series a failure to adjust. I think that's kind of stuck with him. Like if you remember back with the Pacers, you know, they would jump out to the lead on the big 3 heat, right? Big 3 heat. And then it would just all tank. Like I think adjustments in series, so I think McMillan is a good coach, not a great coach. And then I think the bridge was officially burned when him and Trae Young got into it, right? Like Atlanta hasn't had a Trae Young in like forever, so they got to make sure they can keep him.
But let me ask you a question though. Like I get it, but do you think like as a
hang on? Let me give you one more, Devion. Let me give you one more.
Yeah.
So I think it's a raw deal for McMillan, but I think in terms of stretch, if you want Quinn Snyder, I think it was the perfect way to do it if that was going to be your guy. Now, this is ignoring, obviously, I don't like how they did Nate McMillan. I think he was set up to fail. That I'm standing on. But if Quinn Snyder is your guy, do not let it get to the offseason when other teams start firing their head coaches after a disappointing flame out in the playoffs. Because then you've got more competition for the guy that you apparently want. So another thing that I think plays here, Donovan Mitchell does not play much defense at all at this stage of his career. Quinn Snyder did a great job of masking that in Utah. So I think they see, okay, Trae Young probably never going to be a defender, right? Probably always going to be a liability of defender. Quinn Snyder has proven that he can kind of put pieces around superstars like that to bring the best out of guards like that. So I think that's something they thought about because, in my opinion, if they can figure out the rest of that, like I'll put it like if Atlanta becomes a defensive team like Utah was, but it's Trae Young instead of Donovan Mitchell. Trae Young has had some moments in big moments and has been a clutch player. They're kind of probably betting on Trae Young can be better than Donovan Mitchell. Now, I don't know if I would personally agree with that, but I think that's kind of what they're betting on is they would have the better version there, and then Quinn Snyder help fill the rest of the team around him. So I think that's the thinking there.
Yeah, it makes sense. But I'm just like,
It did make a lot of sense.
yeah, like what you saying makes sense, but it's just like I didn't think Nate was that bad of a coach though. Like, I
I
can't.
didn't either.
Yeah, but
arguing with
think about this.
number one
Think
player
about it like
ain't
this,
good
Devion.
enough
Though,
for
like
me.
before the season, they made we were all kind of like at first like, okay, that DeJounte Murray trade was weird, but then we all kind of I kind of like it. We kind of liked a lot of the moves they made. They're 33-33, right? When McMillan was fired, they had a losing record, right? So like they weren't playing very good. Like the record says McMillan could be fired, in my opinion, but it's just the way this all has played out. It's just like it feels like they kind of did this already, and McMillan had no like backing from the organization, and it's hard to coach when you don't have backing from the GM and the rest of the organization because it's just like whatever you say is hollow. Like
Yeah,
nothing you say is.
because what the fuck they gonna blame it? Well, we losing because the coaching. No, y'all losing because y'all fucking suck and y'all playing terrible basketball. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it is like what I don't like about it because a lot of these coaches become scapegoats, and then if your player, and I know like that's the thing now in the media where people like, well, he's getting into it with Trae Young, so the fuck what? You know what I mean? The head coaches get into it with their best players and they arguing back. That's supposed to be the time where you're supposed to do this. So I guess that's the final straw where they got into it. They don't see him overcoming it. And obviously you want to keep Trae Young, but come on, man, like you need more than a motherfucking coaching change to get what y'all trying to get. I'm just being honest with you. You're about 2 years away and a couple trades, so about 3-4 trades away. So I don't know. I think they did them
interested
bogus.
to see how they retool this offseason. Because again, I like a lot of the players on the Hawks. I do like a lot of the players.
They do. They're a good team. They just don't play together.
That's it. It's just like they have no, like it's just like they've given
Identity.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they just like a bunch of really. It's just terrible for me to say this, but it's the truth. Look like a bunch of John Morant's going out there trying to find themselves and just like shit. We'll get together eventually, and it just looked like. So I guess they hired Quinn Snyder to be more of a therapist and a father figure in a sense than a fucking coach.
Let's give Quinn Snyder some credit. Like he was a great coach in Utah. Like he had a great run there.
He was a great assistant coach. He was a great assistant coach for the Lakers. He played,
He was cool at
he did
Mizzou.
a couple
sanctions.
I'm not trying to shit on him, dude. I just
like I personally think Quinn Snyder is one of the better coaches in the NBA. Like I definitely think Quinn Snyder is a better coach than Nate McMillan. I don't. To me, that's not a very controversial take. Like I think
no.
Quinn
he is a better coach than him. He didn't get a fresh
top
shake.
Like
that's all.
5 to 7 coaches, I would argue, in the NBA. So like that's a good get, I think, for Atlanta.
Yeah, 7.
But
7.
anyways, let's move on. Let's do a little buy or sell. I got a couple for you guys tonight, fellas. Y'all been keeping up with First Take lately? Because JJ Redick and Kendrick Perkins been going at it. So I want to buy or sell. Jokic is the rightful MVP over Joel Embiid. Who do I want to start this one? Joe, you just look like you're ready to say some shit. Joe,
not really. This one's pretty easy to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jokic deserved the MVP. Like, I mean, their stats are very similar, but when you look at it, They got the same amount of talent, I would say, around them. So it's not like one player is playing with lesser talent. I think Joel Embiid is more exciting, and like with his size and what he does. But at the end of the day, Jokic is masterful on the basketball court, and he got everybody else around him better. They got the best record in the West. I think it's pretty easy. You got to give it to Jokic for that. They got the best record. They got similar stats. They got similar talent around them. But Jokic has the best record in the West. Well, he deserved it.
Devion?
Yeah, I don't think it's. I don't think it's
I
close.
was want to make sure I put this out there. Joel Embiid is leading the entire NBA in points per game.
Yeah, that's cool, but I don't think
I
it's
just want to
close.
throw it out there. Just make sure I'm trying to.
Yeah, no, I get it. Because that, no. Well, I'm glad you said it.
It
'cause
doesn't
you know
matter.
valid
You
point.
know I hate the fucking Sixers, so I gotta try and be partial here.
I know, but it's a valid point because people go start saying that stuff. I don't care about none of that. Jokic averaged 24, 12, and 10. And this dude can take 10 shots and still score a triple-double and win. And they're the number one seed, and he's 7 foot tall, and everything goes through him from being a point guard to the center. It's not even close. And I argue with a couple people about that Embiid shit, Embiid and Jokic matchup, and Embiid's always better when they play each other. I don't give a fuck about none of that. It's like I care about people's stats, how good their gameplay is, and how far they make it, and how many accolades they get. That's the only fucking I care about with their NBA career. He's better than Joel Embiid this year. He's been better. Like the one I think Embiid should have got it last year. It's over now. You had your chance. You would have to be an absolute dog to beat him this year. And I think I'd rather give it to Giannis than fucking Embiid. They just want to. Honestly, at this point, it just makes it seem like they're trying to hand somebody else the MVP besides Jokic, but Jokic is that fucking good that you can't deny it. You know what I'm saying? Because imagine, let's just say this. Imagine Jason Tatum having these same fucking stats right now, same record. Do you think we'll be having a conversation like this with any other? No.
No.
What if
no.
What if what's bro Giannis? What if Luke? Come on now. If Luka had this, bro, it should have been sold up. They don't give a fuck if he was in the 8th seed. They would say, well, he's just hurt. That's the only reason why in the 8th. Look at what he was doing when he was doing this. He's average. Come on now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. Jokic is the best. He's the best big man in the league, and right now he's playing like the best player. The only other player I will be okay with somebody saying is better than him is Giannis, and that's it.
Right.
That's the only other player
I would
be
definitely still say Giannis is better.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the only player I'm accepting because he's to me the best player in the league.
So
Giannis
okay,
has
I
been
didn't think
last
we'd
2
actually
years.
all agree on this, but yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I'm buying Jokic is the
now.
MVP over Embiid. Again, at the end of the day, he's the 1 seed, right? Like he is the 1 seed. Oh, you don't like 1 seed? Okay, the Nuggets are 46-20. The 76ers are 43-22. He has a better record. You want to say West is weak? Whatever. He still has a better record than him, right? Like again, I'm not saying there's not a case for Embiid. There is a case for him. Like it's not like this slam dunk. Obviously, Jokic. But
Right.
I mean, how many? You won't find anybody in the history of the game that averaged a triple double and was first seed in their conference and not get the fucking MVP. That'll never happen. So like you can do all this thinking, oh my god, but Embiid, he scored 40-something points when they played. Okay, that's one fucking game.
Right.
Like right now, they're all dunking on Jokic. Jokic had a bad game for Jokic's standards last night against the Bulls. Got outscored by Big Vu. Whatever. Yes, he had a bad game. Don't make me go in the archives to find Embiid's bad games because I'll find his. And I'll tell you right now, when Embiid has a bad game, it looks bad because he's out there pouting. Even when he's fucking playing well, he's pouting like a little bitch. So like I'm not here for this whole thing. Like we're gonna cherry pick games because Jokic. Now let's talk about the thing that's been going on First Take because I think this is a worthwhile thing to discuss. So Perkins pointed out that since 1990, very convenient that he cut it off at 1990, but he pointed out that there's only been 3 players that did not finish in the top 10 of scoring for that given season and won MVP. Dirk Nowitzki, Steve Nash, right? What do they have in common? They look like me. I think one that's pretty weak because 89, 87, Magic Johnson applies. So like literally the years that Perkins conveniently decided to be his cutoff, all fit that narrative. Was not obviously a white guy, but like, and so how I want to frame this up is like there's obviously like very obviously racial bias in everything.
Right.
Right, especially it involves the media and how it's covered and all that.
Kendrick trying to sell a book.
To say that Jokic is winning MVPs because of racial bias is fucking ludicrous. And so that's why I want it's been kicked around a lot on social media and whatever. I want give y'all the time to respond to this. If you can disagree with me, if you want, like whatever. Joe, what was your kind of take on that whole kind of back and forth? Because I thought the back and forth was one funny, but also
I mean, it was entertaining. It was
entertaining is the right word.
What Kendrick Perkins was trying to say was, there's underlying racial biases and things, and when people see a white boy balling, they think it's more impressive than if Devion go out there, go tween behind the back and then dunk it, they're gonna be like, oh, he played basketball. If Will go out there and do that, they're gonna be like, oh shit, I thought he was gonna shoot a three. Like, I mean, that's just the way it is in basketball. So you get more respect because they don't expect you to do it. But he lame was the way he did it because he said it without saying it. So he left it out there for people to assume he was saying the writers are racist because he's out there trying to sell his book.
He also had the numbers very wrong. He said 80% of voters were white, and that's just like at one point in time. At one point in time, it was 99%, right? But right now, that's actually not true. So ESPN had to come out and do the whole apology and correct thing, which kind of thought was lame, but whatever. It was good to acknowledge
because the NBA reached out to him and said, "Yeah, that's not right."
Yeah, NBA's in a tough spot there because hey, look, we want y'all to discuss, but don't be making us look more racist than we already are. Come on. But yeah, no, I think it's a good take, Joe. Devion, you probably didn't catch it as much as Joe and I did, as Joe and I live a little more on Twitter than you do.
Yeah, I don't have a Twitter at all, bro. Like I can't get on Twitter. I gotta stay away from Instagram. Too much for me now. So it's too much foul shit on there. I'm trying to
Twitter
live a good life, my boy.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
but give up Instagram and get on Twitter. That's the right way to go. You're gonna only have
Twitter
one.
Instagram's better for pictures, ain't it?
Yeah, so I was just talking shit.
It's my industry. So, but let's say if Perkins, let's just say if he's right about what he's saying, this is a terrible time to bring it up because this is a horrible example. Because right now,
it's just a bad example.
Yeah, because Russ won a triple double and
they were
what
60.
seed were they? You get what I'm saying? It's fine.
And actually, that's a great pull, Devion, because another thing that Perkins started with was that Jokic is stat padding, the same thing that they tried to hold against Russ, but Russ still got his MVP.
So when he stat padding isn't, I don't think he should have used that. When he explained it, it made a lot more sense because a player is aware of their stats. Here's the thing, Devion. That's not stat pad.
But it's not consequential if it's what he actually explained. It's only consequential if it's stat padding. So that's why it was a fucking stupid take. And it was just completely bad faith because he wanted everybody to run with, Jokic is out there doing some bullshit just to get his triple doubles.
Exactly.
Then trying to fall back to no. I'm not saying he's doing anything that no one else already does. It's like, all right, bro, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And if it's and it's the shit too. When he was like, JJ, I'm like, all right, bro. Yeah, y'all got some inside scoops of like being NBA players, and y'all know when y'all NBA players are doing certain things. That's why I'm just like, bro, y'all had that motherfucking conversation behind closed door because what we are talking about, we ain't NBA players, and I don't see past that. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, if a player's aware, like right now, if Jokic has 30, 10, and 9, I'm gonna tell him go get that extra rebound, bro. Like go get your triple double.
I'm gonna box out for you, bro.
Right.
Yeah, but that's not
swing that bitch one more time, Jokic. I know you got a little layup coming here, but swing that bitch to that guy in the corner.
That's called being a motherfucking teammate. That's not stat pad. So that's why I say like, and then
Again,
those
any
just
stat
bad
that is
example.
positive for your team and you're
Bad.
getting more of them, and that's somehow framed as like bad, will never make sense to me. Like
And
especially
they got like
especially
20. They like 24 in what like when he gets a fucking triple double.
bro, they
So
have
what
an
the fuck?
insane record. Like,
That's what I'm
the
saying.
same thing
What
happened
does
with
it
Russ though. They
matter?
did the same thing to Russ. Like, when Russ gets a triple double, he's just stepping. Blah blah.
Yeah,
Okay,
they don't win without him
they
getting a triple
win.
double.
They win 75% of the games to get the triple double in. So what are we
Yes.
talking about?
Come on,
And I've
bro.
had real people, Devion, try to explain to me,
That's fine.
well, he's letting Steven Adams box out so he can get the rebounds, just so he can get his triple doubles. I'm like, all right, motherfucker. If Steven Adams gets the rebound, who's gonna give the ball to?
Westbrook.
Gonna give it to Russ. So we just eliminate some deficiencies here if Russ gets the rebound himself and then just goes. Like that is a fucking cheat code. Like you should
Russ
want
was
your guards
doing
getting
that
rebounds.
before he was getting triple doubles. Jokic has damn near been like three assists or 3 assists off of having a triple double damn near the whole the last like
You know what it is, Devion? And
6
Joe
years.
did a great job of kind of start like framing this at the beginning because they both have very good teams. He just has better teammates. He just has good teammates that are actually playing basketball this year.
Playing basketball, making shots.
I don't have to score 30 because here's the thing about Joel Embiid he's averaging 30-some points. But guess what? He has to score 30-some points from the win. Jokic does not. Jokic can go score 15 points and go get 20 rebounds and 10 assists.
And here's even further to that point, Devion. Here's even further to that point. Joel Embiid has to score 30 of that because he can't play make like Jokic can.
No, at all. He averages like 4 assists a game, 4 or 5 assists a game, and they ain't impressive assists. Like
I'm not going to say that Embiid's a bad passer, but he does not see the floor like Jokic does.
Bro, that vision is immaculate, bro. Like Jokic is. So here's the thing about it is, and I'm saying this as a Kobe fan. This is the same debates when you talking about Jokic versus Embiid. It's the same shit you going against like Kobe versus LeBron. One is more like literally all around. He cares more about teammates winning and he does more things right. One of them's just a killer. And he's just trying to go out there and take your neck off. So if you that player style, you're like Embiid when he's playing well.
Yeah.
When he's playing well.
About to say.
That's a pretty good analogy.
You know what I'm saying? But I just don't like, come on. The racism shit is cool. Like, I know we don't get our first shake with black people. But, hey, bro, he could have picked a better example.
Jokic
did that. Like,
don't use this example because now the thing that kills me now is like the Clay Travises, like all these right-wing lunatics are now really like, thank you, JJ. Thank you for standing up for the whites. Like, shut the fuck up.
No, JJ just
first
knew.
of all, JJ would not
was
JJ is not going to co-sign any of your other bullshit. He just called out this one very specific example that was
because he knew it was bullshit, and that's why I like JJ because he's like, come on, Perk, you could have used them examples and everything else, but now these motherfucking stats don't matter. What you talking about? Stat pad.
That second Nash MVP, I think everybody acknowledges. Like, come on, bro. That could have been Shaq. That could have been Kobe. Like,
but they were number.
Again,
there
was an argument. There's an argument for Nash. There is an argument for Nash. I'm not gonna say it was nonsensical that Nash got it, but
they were number one. He was the driving force. They did have a motherfucking squad. And it was because of like Steve Nash and a couple things.
And like I think something that we kind of lose as we get further away from it is that was right when the Suns were kind of revolutionizing the NBA, so it was like a fad thing.
That's Tony Parker was never considered for MVP.
Yeah. But he was never the best player on his team, though.
Look, you see that Suns offense too, and that's why I hate when they forget this shit. But it don't matter. Look at that offense. Without that offense, and without having Steve Nash being Steve Nash, that offense does not work. They don't get far.
Like the first year, his first MVP was his first year there. They jumped 20 games when Nash got there.
That's fair.
Like 21. So the first one, the first one I'm cool with. The second one,
should have went to Shaq. It should have been Shaq's. But
I'll give it to Kobe.
I'm cool with Kobe too. But I'm cool with Kobe.
Wasn't LeBron second in the voting that year?
I don't remember.
They don't give it
to
the best player
Kobe
of the year.
Steve Nash, LeBron, and Kobe.
We gotta move on. Next buy or sell. We gotta go to the next buy or sell. This one's specifically for you.
Can I go first, please? All right, I know.
Buy or sell. The Knicks are a real threat in the East. They are fresh off a 9-game win streak. Very impressive. Devion, talk to me. Come on, bro. Say that for real.
No,
Come on.
I'm
They the
not.
Dallas
I'm
Cowboys of the NBA,
I'm
bro. Come on
gonna
now.
die before I say this. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Fuck that. I can't believe it, bro. Like, didn't I tell y'all about how the Knicks are? Didn't I tell y'all this is what they do? They
Yep.
get their nice little runs. They start, they that's it. Julius Randle become that guy, and then out of nowhere, they remind you who the fuck they are. I ain't buying this like at all. No.
I want this full
No.
disclosure. I want this full disclosure. When I was
No.
planning this episode, before
knew it was
these
gonna
two
happen.
motherfuckers canceled on me 2 nights ago, they had not lost to Charlotte yet. They had not fucking lost to
No,
Charlotte.
I'm going off.
Look,
Look, I'm not. I don't count that one. That one ain't in my mind. They still undefeated.
Fuck you. Fuck
Nah,
you.
they still undefeated
It was
right
your
now.
fault. It was your fault.
But
I don't feel good.
but it made me feel good that they did lose. I ain't gonna lie to you, because that bullshit they doing. And the thing about the Knicks too. And I was talking to one of the homies about that. I said the Knicks they one of those teams like, bro, they so fucking terrible. But you'll fuck around, play them in the playoffs, and they'll beat you, and you be mad. That sent you home because you don't respect them. You know, you like, I know I'm about to beat them, and then they come and dog walk your ass. That's what type of team the Knicks
Can I tell you about my experience? What night was this?
I'm
Was this
scared of
Friday
the
night?
Knicks.
I think this was Friday night. I'm watching the Heat play the Knicks, right?
Oh,
They had
my
won like
God.
7 straight at that point.
Oh my
And
God, I'm so mad.
Julius Randle cannot miss.
That
I'm
was
just
fucking
sitting there.
y'all
I'm
up.
like, I know this dude's not really like that, but I also know he can get crazy hot like this. And I was getting there so pissed, right? He come all the way back, take the lead with like 9 seconds left. Julius Randle comes down, Jimmy Butler guarding him, pokes the ball away. Almost somehow, I don't even know how it doesn't go out of bounds off of Julius Randle's foot. This motherfucker gathers, sidestep, 3, bang. He go home salty as fuck. I was just like, I felt like I got closer to Devion in that experience because I was so pissed. I was like, this terrible ass organization does not deserve this type of bullshit win. Like that was a bullshit shot that he just fucking made to win this game.
Thank you for giving that example because that's the fucking shit I'm talking about in the playoffs. They'd do something like that.
Right.
You just like, we can't beat these corny ass dudes. Like, we can't beat them. Cause Julius Randle really be out there fucking. Well, he be fucking people up. Like when he hot, he be fucking.
I wish he didn't play on the Knicks because I would love to like Julius Randle.
Man,
I love Julius Randle. That's why it hurts for me to say that the Knicks suck. Like I love Julius Randle, but he plays for them. I love Brunson. I love the way he plays, but he plays for them. Those are career enders. That organization ends careers, bro. They
down. You're lying.
Come on, bro. Wait,
Joe, give me your take. Buying or
I'm
selling?
done.
I already know you're selling.
I'm selling it. I'm selling it too because I ain't got no faith. First of all, I'm not scared like Devion is in a playoff series. I ain't got. Okay, Jalen Brunson, first of all, is their best player. So that's all you got to focus on in the playoffs. Let Julius Randle get his shots. You know what he going to do every time. He going one way every time. You know his moves. He do the same thing every time.
Back, left.
Coming every time.
But you can't stop it.
But you can in a 7-game series because Jalen Brunson is the go. So if you stop him, it's a wrap. Because Julius Randle is not a good shooter. He ain't going to be able to do it for 7 games. He may get you for 2, but he ain't doing it for 7. So no, I'm not buying it. It's cool. It's nice right now. But when a playoff series comes down and things get real, it ain't happening.
Cooked. You hear me?
0 worries about the Knicks.
Good. I said all that to say I'm also selling this bullshit.
I know you are.
I just wanted to. Worries.
Not worried at all.
That shit funny as hell, though.
But they in the 5th seed. Like, why? How?
I can't wait till they.
Bro, because they want a goddamn 9-game winning streak, motherfucker.
Like,
these lame ass motherfuckers, bro. They were beating the Celtics.
Makes no sense.
They were beating all these.
Yeah, good teams.
Fuck is this stupid ass team? How the fuck are they winning? And you know why?
Everybody they shouldn't have been.
Like Joe was saying, best player on that team. Jalen Brunson was playing out of his fucking mind, and then Julius Randle,
insane.
Just had a little razzle dazzle sprinkled on top.
Baller. Oh yeah, I'm about to show you how we about to fuck them up, bro. I'm not gonna lie. These last 9 games, that Heat game, I was salty, but I was turning all them Knicks games off. I ain't gonna lie. I cannot bear for them to win, bro. I can't
That's
watch them
funny.
win, bro. We go to the next one, bro. I don't get
All right.
mad. Like,
You know how
for
we end
real,
this.
it's
We know how we end the show. We choose
stupid
love. We
ass
choose violence.
Knicks.
Debbie, I'm gonna let you cool down in case you had some love in your heart. I'm gonna let you try and find that again. Joe, you can go first.
I don't got nothing for real, man. I ain't even lying. I've been trying to think of something. Switzerland. I'm in the middle. I'm chilling, I guess.
Neutral.
I'm very neutral.
All right.
Very, very neutral.
I mean,
I got
kind of feels like
no
the bitch way to
love,
go
no
out,
hate.
but whatever.
I've been trying to think of stuff. I was gonna throw some cold water on the XFL, but it's cool.
So you gotta let them live one more week.
Yeah, I'm gonna let them live. I'm gonna let them have a little fun little weekend in St. Louis this weekend. They're gonna have 40,000 people fans. That call shit pissed me off. Like, it's not real football, but whatever, bro. Y'all can have that. I'm gonna let them have that before I trash it. So yeah, I'm pretty cool. I'm cool.
Devion, what you got?
All right, look. I'm gonna try to say something nice. All right. I'm not gonna because I really want to hate the Knicks, bum ass bitches.
So you just did it.
Yeah. I'm gonna get a shout out
Maybe a
today.
whole segment to do it.
That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna give a shout out today. So even though they suck, it just feels nice to see like Dame be Dame and come out of nowhere, just give us like a great game, make us excited to watch Portland, and just forget that Portland really ain't that good. You know what I'm saying? Like it show you like how good of a player he is that we don't even focus on like damn Portland is like number 12. Damn Dame did just drop. Yeah, that boy was out there dropping like 70. That boy was out there killing. Like I gotta give him a shout out. Like free Dame, bro. Dame, free yourself from them chains, my brother. Just go somewhere else. Like if you want to get, I just want you to get one ring. I don't want you to be one of these stars that don't get no ring. I would love. I'm not gonna lie to you. I say that a lot, but I would not want him to go to Miami because I do not have time to have another person be competition. Like for real, that you talking about a front runner, and when they talk about Boston and Milwaukee, you fucking throw Dame on the Heat. Come on now, they getting a ring, they getting one. So Dame, please listen to me, bro. I'm a huge fan, bro. Like for real, I'm a big fan. Please leave. Give your fans
Get
one
out of there.
ring,
That's
bro.
so
Because
ass.
I just don't. I don't want Dame going and they say he's one of the best players that never won, bro. That'd hurt me, bro. Like I can't live for another Melo.
Damian Barkley,
For real,
Charles
bro.
Lillard.
Dang.
I want to cry when you
Melo.
say that, but you can't say nothing about that, man. I can't even say nothing.
All right, I'm choosing violence. Joe, I'm not gonna lie. I had to pick a second one because I thought you might go here, just in case you were
Oh.
gonna go this way. I'm going violence, and I'm not saying it's for sure collusion, but this shit in the NFL right now looking real suspicious. How the fuck a 26-year-old former MVP quarterback that can literally do everything on a football field? How is like 5 teams coming out immediately upon him getting tagged and saying no, we're not interested. Don't
teams
buy it.
with no quarterbacks. Yeah, that's a good one.
Bro,
That's a good one.
the Falcons got like $100 million of cap space. Not really, it's like 70, but they got $70 million of cap space. You tell me you can't sign that man to a guaranteed contract? All these teams that are clamoring for alleged serial sexual assaulter Deshaun Watson, y'all could open up the piggy banks for him, but you can't open up for Lamar. Like, what are we doing here? I don't understand this.
It's fucked up.
Like I get
you talking about Lamar? Are you talking about Lamar?
Yeah, Lamar. He got the non-exclusive tag, so anybody can negotiate with him.
But
which
nobody wants to negotiate.
I have
with
no
him.
issue with what the Ravens are doing. I just want to put that out there. I have no issue with the Ravens are
Me
doing.
either.
I actually think it's very smart. I hope the Dolphins do it with Tua when it comes
Business,
that time.
exactly.
Put that non-exclusive tag on them. Let the market decide it, and then just match whatever the market decides. Instead of getting into this like back and forth where you have to like tell a player that you actually really like what he doesn't do well. Like I think that's bad business. Let the market decide it. Didn't match that bitch. Move on. But I think it's fucked up. Like there's no way. What the Falcons? What the fuck do you need the whatever pick y'all got this year? What do you need that for? If you can get Lamar Jackson, like I've heard all these excuses. Well, what you want the Bears to offer up the first overall pick for? Boy, if you don't get rid of some Justin fucking Fields for a goddamn Lamar Jackson, what draft pick can you? Oh, let's go. What draft pick? NBA, NFL, MLB, whatever.
None.
Tell me the draft pick that you can guarantee is going to be a MVP and
None.
near lock Hall of Famer.
None.
Like, there's not a single one. Like, what are we talking about here? Like,
there's like two players people probably would have guessed, and they were hoping that it was true. Like that's it. You can only hope that. I think they just don't like him being his own agent.
I don't know if it's. I don't
Maybe
think
that's
that.
It's the guaranteed part. It's the guaranteed
like
money.
Lamar is fighting to get that fully guaranteed contract, which does not happen in the NFL at all until Kirk Cousins and Deshaun Watson. They both got fully guaranteed, like can't touch any of their money. That doesn't happen in the NFL. And Lamar is trying to get that, and he should. But here's my thing: like, okay, even if you're not willing to give him that doesn't. You're telling me you're not gonna have a phone call with him? Because they're saying they're not interested in him. That's they're not even. They don't even want to talk about it. They don't even want to see if that's actually true.
How is that
that's
even
the
legal?
Weird part.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
because you can't prove it unless they got an email chain. How are you gonna prove collusion? How many people does it take out of 32? How much does it take to say it's collusion?
A phone call.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can't if they're not actually colluding, then the Falcons should have no idea what the Ravens have offered Lamar Jackson, right? If they're not colluding, if they're not all getting together,
at least want to have a conversation.
They would have a conversation with them.
Like, do you really
What's one good reason why you would not take him? Like for real, what is as an organization?
Money?
The only legitimate one
you don't want to set the precedent of we have to give you. Because, like, okay, if the NFL owners give you a guaranteed contract of $230 million, they got to put $230 million in escrow and just let it sit there.
That's an NFL problem.
First
of all, all these billionaires.
That's why they don't want to do that. That's the main thing.
But you're gonna make that back in 1 year. You're gonna make that back in
twice over
jersey sales. You know what I'm saying? Just jersey sales.
I know. So, I'm just saying that's what they be saying. You got to think about all the money, the guaranteed money.
The only valid football reason,
yeah,
I think the only valid football reason against Lamar is that this is 2 straight years where he couldn't finish the season.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's football. Like, it's a violent sport that can happen to anybody. It has nothing to do with like Lamar being a running quarterback. Cool. Tua, not a running quarterback, did not finish the season. Jimmy G, not a running quarterback, did not finish the season. Like, this happens to all types of quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
So it fucking happens. It's football. You're playing a collision sport. Of course, people are going to get hurt from time to time.
Some hoes.
And guess what? If you would have given Lamar his contract in the offseason before, maybe he would have tried to come back. But no way in hell I'm coming back with no contract the next year. Not a fucking chance. So that's what we're going to sign this off. Dream to Possible. We are out. We appreciate y'all for